Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 on Wizard101 Dead Run. Welcome back. Anyhow, so I do want to apologize of me not posting. I know I wanted to post at least once a week, and I apologize. I've been working with a new program, which is DaVinci Resolve. I was editing with Premiere Pro, which I'm really good at editing with Premiere Pro, especially when it came to like 15s, Sweet 16s, or weddings. However, I kind of wanted to change it up because I didn't want to pay the monthly or the yearly payments on Adobe, so I decided to just do a one-time payment. And so I kind of been working with DaVinci lately. DaVinci has been different. We can say that, especially with the infusions. Fusions. Fusions is like animations that you can do with editing, which is a whole different ball game. Because with the Premiere Pro, you can do layers, and with DaVinci is like stickers. Sticky notes basically. So you do like sticky note before you can edit, so you can get a final result. So it's a huge different ball game, right? I'm over here trying to learn as much as I can, and I've never done like extreme effects to the point where what I'm trying to do, because I don't know if y'all seen YouTube videos where you basically animations back to back. I love those type of videos, and I was trying to implement it here. I couldn't. I'm sorry. I was just having my expectations way too high when I should have just lowered a little bit. But anyhow, I wanted to update you with what happened over the weekend, 2 weeks ago. We got a new upgrade, by the way, guys. We got a huge new upgrade. We got a RX 7800 XTR AMD. I don't want to say it wrong. Okay, sorry, guys. AMD 7800 XT. Okay, I knew I said something wrong. That is a huge upgrade compared to what I had. This is me trying to do Fusion for the first time. It wasn't as planned, all right? I apologize. It's AMD 7800 XT. So here's the story, actually. I was looking for a GPU on Facebook Market, like always, trying to get them deals. And there was one for this person was selling it for $430. So I told one of my coworkers, I was just like, hey, man, you think I could get it for $200? He was like, bro, they're sending shit. They're gonna be like, you're fucking gonna go somewhere else. And this person responded saying, this is brand new and never used. It's priced $400, which I don't know if you've seen the market. It's around like $500, which is it's not bad. If you can save yourself some money, would you not? You know what I mean? And I said, I wouldn't know that. It could be used, even though you say it's brand new. I don't really trust people, but it's fine. Good luck. Thank you. And this person responded, well, you can see it without any obligations. If you want to buy it, I can send you some photos. It's totally new. I was like, can you do 250? And this person sent me photos. Bro, this GPU looked brand new, like spanking brand new. They wanted a minimum of 350. So I was just like, 250 is the most, because in Facebook Market, you gotta have in mindset. It's like I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose profit, which is gonna go to the point where it's not gonna even work. And right off the bat, you gotta put in your head, like, I'm not gonna make this GPU is not gonna work. And if the person does not show you benchmarks, knowing that it actually works, don't buy it. don't buy it. Whatever I did, I kind of took the risk, and you will see why. This person said, no, I'm already lowering to $120. $350 is a really good price, which, don't get me wrong, it's really good price. $350 for the GPU, it's a really good price. I'm a little greedy, who isn't trying to save some money? And I kind of said, well, it was running an Amazon deal like around like $400, and for like $50 extra, I could just get it brand new. And that's basically my rebuttal. I was like, well, you want $350 when I can just buy it $50, knowing that I can just buy it from Amazon and get some warranty from there. Kind of beats the point of you selling on Facebook Market. And the person said, no, it's fine, whatever. So Sunday rolled around, which at that time I was working on my neighbor's car. He had a heating core issue, so we replaced the heating core, brand new. The person texted me at 11 in the morning saying, hey, my partner and me were discussing, and we decided $300 will be a really good price. I was like, not bad. Not bad. Okay. Okay. Being patient. And I was like, have you ever attempted to connect the GPU, or do you know if it's working or it doesn't? I want to at least know it's functioning before I buy it. And this person said we bought it by mistake on Amazon, and we cannot find the receipt, which I'm calling bull. You could test it out if you want to. It's brand new. It's never been used. So, well, this person has been saying it's brand new. So I'm just like, I mean, it has the box, it has the bag. I mean, there's no harm in me checking it out. So I was, and I responded like 3 hours later because keep in mind I was working on my neighbor's car, and I told my neighbor I was like, hey, I'm gonna give you the heads up if they do take the 250. Cause I said, look, I don't want to take the risk. I was like, can you do 250, and I'll pick it up right now. Sorry, I'm really working right now on a car, and I've been working on. I didn't receive the notification. So this person sent me a text the direction. So keep in mind, I asked for 250. This person was saying 300. I'll take 300. So this person never said yes or no. So I got in a situation where I was like 300 or 250, and a 300 right off the bat, it's already a good price. I was just like, it's already a good price. So I'll take 300. So I took off 300, and I was going over there. And even before this, I told my neighbor, I was just like, hey, I will give you the heads up. I will need to go and check this out because this is a deal out of a lifetime. Like, you will never get this deal on the GPU, especially this new. And I say this new because here comes up. We meet up at the direction, right? At the address that we met up. Guys, I'm not kidding. I am not kidding, guys. The box intact, brand new, no edges cut off, nothing like that. I took it out the box. I couldn't even take it out the box because the paper, the seal was still stuck too hard into it. I guess this is that brand new. The seal, you know, when you open and close the seal, it kind of just loses its touch, like the stickiness. Not with this, kind of ripped the box a little bit. I ripped it and I took it out, and I saw the GPU with the bag. Now, I opened up the box. I mean the bag, and so what I did, I took the serial number on the GPU in the box. I looked at the pins if they're scratched up, which, by the way, the PCU had the little plastic that it comes with. In the back, it had the HDMI covers and DP. So basically, it came like brand new. So after that, I said, your partner did say 250. Is that okay? And the person said, yeah, 250 sounds fine to me. I was like, I bet. So as soon as I got in the car, I was in disbelief. Honestly, I've never gotten a GPU this new. I mean, even with my old GPU, which honestly, I been having this GPU for about like 6 years. No, 2019. Yeah, 6 years actually. 6 years. I got it almost brand new just because it was on a special, a micro sensor. So I ended up buying the GPU, and ever since I've been upgrading motherboards, but I've been basically taking off the GPU and slotting it in. So yeah, so I came back home, worked on the heating core. Out of the heater core, we installed everything. I kind of just went inside the house, and I started working on the GPU. Right, I started connecting it. I unplugged everything. I connected back everything, and I turn it on. And what do you know it? It doesn't turn on. I'm just like, damn it, what did I do? So I turn it off. I make sure the cables were properly seated. Turn it back on. Nothing at all. So I turn it back off, and I took off the GPU, started again, and put the little pins back into the GPU. And before you know it, it was up and running. I was just like, let's go. So, with this GPU, when you get a new GPU, you basically have to go with the process of uninstalling the old drivers of your old GPU, especially if it's an NVIDIA going to AMD. I had a GPU of a NVIDIA, so I had to delete the files. But I did not delete the files. I only uninstalled the programs. And the issue is that when you uninstall the programs, the files are already there. Your computers are when it's always going to boot up, it's always looking for those files going based on the NVIDIA because it's so used to just waking up using the NVIDIA display port and just booting up from there, right? And then instead of me just uninstalling the program and deleting the files, I just uninstall the program. I uninstalled the program. The files were still there. So think of it like this: files were still there, right? I downloaded AMD, basically a whole hand, mixing up the AMD with NVIDIA files. And so basically, even if I deleted the NVIDIA, like deleting all this, there's still some files of NVIDIA in my AMD new drivers. So when I turn it off, I turn it back on, right? The computer automatically stopped working. It booted up and then shut down again. And I got to my situation where I'm like, is it installing correctly? So I tried reinstalling it, everything again, and I looked it up, and it meant that I had to delete the program files, which is the NVIDIA. So I found out you have to download a program which is called DDU, which uninstalls the drivers that you installed for NVIDIA. However, here's the issue, which I did not know. Even though you uninstall the program files of NVIDIA, so let's just say it's like this, right? You uninstalled the NVIDIA, right? You just deleted all the NVIDIA files and everything. But since you had the AMD still there, it was basically just crunching to the last files of NVIDIA, just basically camouflaging into AMD files. I was not aware of this, right? So I uninstalled all the drivers and I guess folders for NVIDIA. But however, there's still some folders of NVIDIA within my AMD program. Don't ask me how. I was just going based on Google. So I decided to I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna reboot it. So I installed the program files, right? And I basically continued the process of me rebooting it and coming back up. And I know where I got an error for a Windows error. And I was looking up internet, what could it mean, this and that. And it says you have to uninstall AMD and NVIDIA as well. So I uninstalled. I went to easy safe mode. So when you're uninstalling a driver mode, uninstalling a driver, you have to go to safe mode. Why safe mode? Because if you're installing a driver and you accidentally, quote unquote, uninstall the driver for your Windows, guess what? You just messed up your whole PC. You have to reinstall Windows and basically everything all over again. But I had before you even say, oh, why didn't you just reset the whole computer and re-download Windows? Guys, I do photography. I do photography on the side, so I can't. That is not a solution for me. I cannot just uninstall everything. Just I delete all the customers' photos and all that. I cannot take that risk. So I had to find a way of me saving this computer without me reinstalling Windows and cleaning up, formatting all the folders, which you can basically disconnect all the SSDs and the hard drives away out. But I'm not doing that, guys. I don't want to reinstall my games. I don't want to reinstall all the settings. It's just too much work, guys. When I can just easily, probably at the same time, could have probably saved me some time too. Whatever. Anyhow, I fixed it, right? So after I have my notes right here because it was so much things, and I'm telling you all this like in the span of like 3 days. It took me so long, guys, to fix it. And after that, I booted it up, right? I installed AMD's and AMD's and NVIDIA files. So completely everything just got completely destroyed. Like there's no AMD track, there's no track of NVIDIA, so it's gone, completely gone. So I was like, okay, that's a dub, right? And it came down to the situation where I booted up, I reinstalled AMD. It started running perfectly fine. I started testing some games. I was recording in Discord while playing some games. I don't know why my computer crashed. I was like, man, what the? And I looked into it, and it turns out it was a chip set update or a BIOS. So I was just like, damn it. So I had to use a USB, convert it to a FAT32 file because some motherboards don't take other files other than a FAT32, especially for an M flash drive when you're trying to update your BIOS. So I had to download Refus and convert it to a FAT32, causing it to download me for some MSI motherboard BIOS updates. And I went to DDU again. I uninstalled AMD again, uninstalled the Intel chipset, uninstalled the BIOS. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. Basically, I restarted the whole computer like brand new. So whenever you're buying a brand new computer, guys, or building a PC, you're supposed to be doing this. When you get your PC, your computer doesn't automatically come updated already. So you will have to do this step regardless if you like it or not. Anyhow, I installed all the drivers back up, my BIOS. I installed my Intel chipset. I installed my AMD back up, booted up my computer, reset it, and booted it up again. And let me just tell you, after 20 hours, probably 22 hours of nonstop, just like if you have to combine all those 3 days, what I did, I think you can compress it to like 22 hours. Probably I dedicated like 8 hours, 9 hours, and it was just too much work, guys. Let me just tell you guys, it was so worth it. Here's the thing, guys. Now I just find out my computer has a bottleneck, and the CPU is the bottleneck. So, a long story short, I'm still fucked. Anyhow, you guys, I didn't even explain why I was voiceovering this entire video. The audio was actually, see, the thing, I was too lazy to actually adjust this. I put the threshold of a certain amount, and when I overpass that threshold, it basically just muted my entire mic until I stopped talking, so the threshold can go back to normal. So basically, the entire audio just got ruined. So I'm gonna give you the heads up. This will be the first and last time it's gonna happen. I will do my very best to adjust this to never happen again. And from here, it's just all going up, guys. From here and on, it's always up. All right. Well, till next time, guys. Oh, by the way, thank you for the 8 subscribers that subscribe to me. Thank you so much for your support. And give me the opportunity to actually entertain y'all. Thank you so much. See ya.